Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the 14th week of our project development course, a Tech Bytes program where every single Wednesday we're continuing to work on a project, and today will be no different. We're going to continue to make way on the project we've been working on for the past 2 to 3 weeks, having some fun with that. As always, guys, thank you so much for coming out here today, but before we get started, you guys know how we get started. A typical fashion, drum roll please, quote wars. Here we go. Today's going to be a meme war, guys. You guys know who I am right now, Sneaky, a senior at Conan High School, and my meme is my code is working. You initially think it's working, everything is good. Then you start to clean it up, you refactor it, aka, and then you find a bunch of bugs, and then you go back in the cycle, thinking that, oh, let me find the bugs. Then you think that you're all good, and then you find some more bugs. It's a very repetitive cycle until you can finally actually reach that first box. Hopefully that's the goal.
And let's go for Lobby's meme. So here's this amazing meme. So other people say, tell us, no, you cannot work 24 hours straight. But us who have gone into hackathons, in-person hackathons, we basically code for 24 hours. It's basically a sleepover, but you code. All right. Oh, Avanish, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We got a two, Rishi, Avanish going for Lobby, Rishi and Chase go for me, all right? I'm really going for Lobby.
Wait, why is the programs in hackathon, like that part, his face is kind of bulging?
Because he's tired.
I'm sorry.
Think about it. Coding for 24 hours.
Is he drinking Diet Coke to keep on
No, I think
make
that's
himself
Red Bull.
awake?
Okay, kids, this is a bad idea for you guys.
Yes.
But
okay.
Once
Bring
again,
out
I just searched up the channel thing for the Boba tea. Basically, it's just a meme channel about where they make everything super gross. Oh my god.
Well,
Wait, is it called How to Basic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, well,
how much subs do they have?
In one of them, it has a plastic like kid doll, and it cooks it in an oven. And it's one about how to take care of kids.
This class just took a dark turn.
Well, let's get out of that dark turn and let's move on towards. Everybody here is already signed up on the Google Classroom, but what we're going to be doing for today, you guys already know. Guys, we continue working on our multi-question quiz game, which we've pretty much finished, and this week's going to be something interesting, which we'll be working on. And the main idea, guys, with this quiz game was to, for sure, make a good project, but moreover, learn about the important skills of objects and classes, which we've been implementing over the past couple of weeks. It's a way for us to become better programmers and learn more advanced Python concepts. It's that idea that we can apply this idea of objects and classes in our future projects so that our code is more sophisticated, more organized. And it's a way of showing that, hey, our grammar, without using Grammarly, is better for our projects.
And what we did last time, basically we created a list of questions and answers. So just created 2 arrays, one array of 7 or 8 questions and another array of 7 to 8 answers to those questions. And finally, we created, I guess, objects from those questions and answers. And then after that, we created, that wasn't part of last week's plan, but we basically finished the whole advanced quiz game by going through each of the question using a loop, and finally, after going through all of the questions, displaying the score that the user got.
Exactly. So now we are finding ourselves at week 4, where we have some flexibility. Last week, we asked you guys for some ideas in the Google Classroom about what we can make and add to our quiz game. And Chase did drop a lot in the chat last week, but we also have some of our own ideas. And today we're going to be doing some of those extensions, adding multiple correct answers to the questions, along with maybe a points counter so that the user can see how many points have they gotten, maybe subtracting points when they get a question wrong. Adding some more nice features is always a fun thing to do when you finish projects early. So without any further ado, how about we get straight to it?
No, guys, see you next week. Bye.
Adios.
Bye. Wait, let me actually leave.
No. Oh, wait, no, Avanish actually left. No, Avanish. Okay, let's go on to Replit.
Oh no, Avanish has gone.
Now he's gonna miss the Replit.
Avanish has just committed alt F4.
Here.
Should we let him back in?
Oh, I think I did. Sorry.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
I actually did it.
should have kept him out, Rayon. We were partying without him.
Well,
All right, so here is the link to the code. And before we do start adding the how to, what was this highlighted? Let's see. This is weird. Oh yeah, there we go.
And Ebony. Oh wait, no, someone else left.
Okay, so we have how many lines? 60 lines of code, and all we have is we created a question class, we created a bunch of questions, we created some answers for those questions, and we went through those questions right over here in Def Run Quiz, and for each question that the user got correct, they got 4 points. And that's about it. So today, what we're going to add is, you know how for each question, so how many noses does a slug have? We only have one type of answer. Now, what if instead of 4, someone says FOUR, like the word for?
Yeah, because you have to include like all of the variants.
Exactly, yeah. So we need to take that into account. But for that, we'll need to change the code. And instead of putting in strings and saving strings in here, we'll need to set a whole array of possible answers that
Wait, I just did the same thing in my code, except I pressed dot after like the word, and then I type lower, because that's like something Python has for lowercase.
that is a
Yeah,
cool
I
idea.
think that
Yeah.
sometimes just randomly sometimes happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Although that is also one way to get different answers or different types of answers still equal to each other. What we will be using today is, instead of having strings in this array of answers, let me just go through and separate them. So we.
Wait, what's the Jennifer Aniston answer?
Oh,
for?
I added the question. Sorry.
Wait, what's Jennifer Aniston?
I'm pretty sure that is the. I forgot. Sorry.
who played Rachel Green? Friends, probably.
It's definitely not the answer to
I
how many
don't watch
noses
Friends.
does a
I
slug
don't
have.
watch Friends.
It's definitely not the answer to how many noses does a slug have.
Friends
Let's
watch
say that.
Friends though.
Okay, so if we go through these questions, this first question is for Eiffel Tower is Paris. What is this? This should be 2. And I think Amelia did add this question in the correct place. So great job. But yeah, so instead of having strings, just comparing it to one string, we're now going to compare the answer that the user puts in to a whole array. So it's pretty simple to add in, and here is how it goes. So question answers, instead of having an array of strings, we're going to have an array of arrays. So what are different ways the user can spell out or answer for?
FOUR.
But what if
What's
the
that?
user
What's
is
that?
kind of a bad speller and is bad at the typing keyboard?
We can add that in as well. Furo.
No, I was thinking like
Or.
for as in for loop.
Okay,
Oh.
and how about
Yeah, what if a hacker was doing it and then he seemed really smart, so he said for loop?
wait,
Well,
for
now
what?
this is getting a little bit.
And how about one more? We can add in how many noses. So we're just gonna say 4 noses. So all of these answers are correct, but they're
Wait, you
different
should include
strings,
like
right?
the uppercase and lowercase.
I'm sorry.
You didn't include the uppercase and lowercase. Like for the second input you did 4, but you could also do uppercase F and then OUR.
Actually, we'll use that to lowercase function right over here when we do compare.
Yeah,
the
okay.
correct answer. So we're gonna hold off on that. Make sure we are not. Oh. Okay.
Can someone not please edit?
All right. I think, yeah, that sounds good. 4, and we're gonna purposefully misspell this, FUOR, just in case a student misspells. All right, so that was for the first question.
You know what's so interesting? Like programs and apps like this, like how do the computers take like every input you do, and then do they have like a million inputs just for 4?
That's a great question, actually. So the way computers do it, suppose someone adds in like 4 noses without a space between. Computers have like special algorithms that go through the string and get like a certain percentage of I guess a decision whether that answer that the user put in is correct. I guess like at 95% or something. Ryan,
Yeah, exactly.
you
So,
have any-
in Hack Central, actually, we've talked about search arrays and sorting,
Oh,
that idea of looking if an array has certain numbers we want, looking for a target value, all that type of stuff. And like I'm just talking about, if say, obviously as humans, and today in a class like this, we can't go out and do all of the possible scenarios. I mean, there's probably hundreds, right, of different ways somebody could answer that question. So the way it works is that we're searching and making sure that one, probably the number 4, and optionally, if like the word knows is included, then there would be some type of value which is returned. Like if at least the answer has the number 4, then they're right. So it's that idea of just searching for that one special thing, and if that exists, then we would be right. And similarly, as we're going through, we're a lot of these adding some arrays, we're adding some more functionality to our program. There's more answers we can put in, right? Does anybody remember what this type of array is called? We used it in our last project with tic-tac-toe. An array inside of an array is also known as a
Double array.
I was gonna say that,
Something
but it
array.
sounded too dumb.
Yep, Rishi, what did you say?
A 2 something array. I forgot. What is it called?
it's not a one-dimensional array. but
2D array. 2D array.
there we go.
2D array.
I like my version better.
Double array.
All right, so we did turn this first answer into an array, and we added like 5 more different answers for that. For the rest of them, I'm just going to create arrays or turn these strings into arrays by putting 2 brackets outside of it. And just
Do you
add-
have to like do the same thing for like, remember if you're doing this for a YouTube video and then you'll do like, hello, welcome to episode 1 of putting all inputs of one answer, and then you just fast forward that part like right now, would you do that for every single answer?
yeah, basically.
You would just fast forward
Yes,
that part.
just be like, yeah, that would be hilarious though.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add in brackets for now, but if you guys have any ideas of different types of answers, just shout them out and I will.
Also for like the Paris one,
I
you
have
should
an
probably
idea.
put in like some misspellings. And for the third question, you should probably put in like the word spellings of those.
Okay,
There's this music called elevator music, and then it's used for fast forwarding. Can you play that?
okay, you know what? Just for you, Avanish, I will. Actually, let's see. Elevator music.
No, it's supposed to be like a meme song for
I
fast
know.
forwarding.
Is it this?
You guys can't hear this?
Is it this, Avanish?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
See, there you
How
go.
many ads?
Oh, that's Grammarly.
You guys hear that?
Yes. Wait, it's not this one. Can you just go search?
We might
It's a
get
different-
copyrighted. Lobby, you want to turn that off?
It's a different one. Just search
It's called Jeopardy music.
and then after search meme after it. Elevator music meme. And then it's the second one. Yeah, it's that one. And then put full volume. And then put full volume.
Got you. Video will play after ad.
This is why I think Rishi said to get ad block.
Yeah,
Because
but
it's annoying.
This one from coding to elevator music time.
Oh, this thing.
Can you hear it?
This is creepy music right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for a second. So whoever added these names. Is that all for Darth Vader? Sorry, I haven't watched Star Wars still.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
know who Anakin is. Who's Anakin?
Okay, no problem, but
I
just
can't ruin it for you.
Oh yeah, Anakin. Yeah, that technically counts because Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader.
No, don't you dare ruin it for Avanish.
What?
okay, that sounds good enough. Let's just add in some dots.
Why does this make everything? What the?
No, what if they don't put GE? They just write Gustav Eiffel.
Oh, very cool idea. So who's gonna tell me how to spell
Okay,
that?
so Gustav is
That's only one how to
Gustave.
spell.
TAVE. Yeah, and then Eiffel is yeah, like that.
All right.
And then do the same thing for lowercase.
Okay, do that. I thought.
And also write Gustav just for the first name, because what if they say the first name only?
Okay.
Or if they only say the last name.
Oh,
Or we could just not deal with this and just
I'm
put
making a promise that someday I'll be Jeff Bezos.
okay. Avanish, when you are Jeff Bezos, remember Lobby, okay?
No, remember
Okay.
Jay's.
Okay, so this looks amazing. We have a bunch of answers for all of the questions, but now we have to make sure that our for loop that goes through each question also goes through each answer in that array. So
So you're just gonna drop down the array there, or are you gonna call it back?
so basically, let's just go through what like the code right now does. In this for loop, we're setting this answer, the self.answer, to the array that we created right here. So when we do compare answers over here to the input, instead of just comparing to the whole array, we will, let's just write it over here. We'll create a for loop. So for,
Wait, Lobby, can you check the chat?
yes, I will. Okay. Yes, Avanish, I am aware of that. That's my mom. Okay, so for answer in range, answer in range, and in this case, the array that we're going to, actually, no, sorry. For answer in, the array that we're going to plug that answer out of is I.answer. Answer, okay. And we enter, and instead of comparing A with I.answer, we're going to compare if A is equal to that answer, so one value from that I.answer. And if it is, we're going to add a score of 4 for now, and then we may change that based on if we have time. So there we go. Now, instead of just comparing the input to a single string, we're comparing the input to all of the values in each of these arrays of answers. Everyone understand that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Amelia thinks we should try to make
Also-
the code be able to print it using a printer.
What?
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Like get like some something to like be able to like link up to your computer, and every time you run it, it like prints it out.
That's what they used to do in like
Yeah,
90s
yeah.
for
That's
running
what
code.
Rayan told us last time, I think.
Yep. Yeah, if you found an error,
Yeah.
you gotta go
How's
back
my
out.
name? How do you like my name?
Ayush Joe Destroyer 2.0 right.
Amazing. All right. So we did code one step of it. Actually, the whole adding.
It doesn't end with the right, it ends with Stark.
Wait, what, Avnish?
Ayush's name ends with a Stark.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the code. I'm gonna run this code and there is an error. What is the error? List indices must be integers or slices, not string. Okay, I believe we missed a comma somewhere.
Yeah, after Anakin, Lobby.
And oh,
Outside of the Anakin array.
Yeah, there's a comma outside the number 2.
perfect.
Oh,
Thank you, Ebony.
supposed. There are so many Ayushas. Look at Zoom.
Okay, so how many noses does a slug have? What answer do we want? to have?
4.
Let's say four.
What do you mean?
So let's say 4, like the word, and let's see if we get it correct. Nice job. Okay, we got that correct. In which capital city of Europe would you find the Eiffel Tower? Our 2 options are Paris and Paris. Let's do the lowercase Paris. Nice job again. Now for this one, I'm just looking at these arrays. I'm trying to put, I'll try to put 2.0 for now.
Lofty's cheating her own game.
Well, that's what coders do, because they just try it.
Yeah, there you go, Avanish. You are a true coder. Because in order to test your code, you have to have some cheat code in there so that you've been through all different cases. Who played Rachel? I do.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
Yes. Let's say Jennifer Aniston. Nice job.
Look at Zoom at how many Ayushas there are.
Hey,
One
I
committee.
just checked. There are 2. Oh wait, never mind. I just realized.
Okay, so I'm going to purposely put a wrong answer for this question, and let's see if we get it right or not. So we did not get it right because we did not get a nice job.
I feel like I should tell, like, on when I did my animal quiz, I think you should give like 3 tries for each question.
Okay.
Or like 2 tries. Like, would you like to try that again?
We can try that, in fact. Let's finish this up. I'm just
Okay.
let's just put some jumble. And I think this is the last question. Finally, you got the score we got is 20. Okay, nice. So the other addition that we had planned was to change the score to be special for each question. But
And I also have like one suggestion, like when you did on the quiz, like on the console, like everything was just smushed together. So I suggest, like, after each of the question, you should put a print and then just a blank parentheses so to leave a space.
okay, let's try that then. Okay, so I'm just gonna say print, and I
Don't put it in the define. Like, just put it like it's under the define run quiz.
yeah, it is under that.
Okay.
It's just one tab inside. So actually, let's do this. So for each question, it's going to print that. Let's see if that works. Let's say I think it's 5. No. Oh. Okay. Let's just try what Avanish said.
Like print and then parentheses with nothing inside.
Yeah, you are correct. So we have these spaces now.
Yeah, it just makes it more neater and formal.
Great idea. And nice. The score we got is 0. Great job. Okay, so now let's just add in a special score for
You have an extra parentheses over here.
where?
Never mind, I just deleted it.
Okay, no. Looks like we have questions. Once again, I'm getting an error.
Avanish, there is no video gaming hour this Friday. That will be next Friday.
Okay.
So make sure we aren't deleting anything for now, because even if you think like something is extra.
Yeah, because like it's so long, because if you look back, it's just like a long array.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Back to changing scores. So let's make let's add how much each question is going to be worth right over here. So instead of passing in question prompt and just question answer, we're also going to pass in question score. We added that, and we're going to set self.score is equal to question.
You put Seth.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so there we added the new part to the question class. Now we actually have to pass in that score when we do append all the objects. And that's what we will do.
What does append do again?
Append just adds to an array. So if I have
Okay.
an array of 1, 2, 3, and I say I want to append 4, it's just going to turn that array into 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I have question and answer. Now I'm just gonna add in I times 100. So actually, let's just say I plus 1.
Wait, why are you plus oneing it? Like for the points?
Yeah, so remember for I in range, I is always a number. So I'll just print I for now. And if we run this, we get numbers from 0 to 10, because remember, for loops, you go through numbers and repeat like a number of times, which you put
Yeah.
in this range. So I'm just going to borrow that variable I, because every time the loop iterates, it's going to change that number. And that's what I'm going to pass in for each question. So for each question, the score will increase by 1, basically. And actually, let's make this more exciting. I'm just going to multiply I by 100. How's that?
Because in the real Jeopardy, like you do get a plus 100, and also they have negative points.
Ooh, negative points may be a little bit harder, but we'll see if we can add it. So yeah, we added that in our for loop, and finally, instead of score plus equals 4, we're going to reference it from I dot score. There we go. So this is from where we set this self dot score. That's exactly what that is. And how about if we say if A is not equal to answer? Okay, let's set a variable for what Avni said if we want to add negative scores. So suppose the person didn't get the correct answer. Let's just set temp variable is equal to false, capitalize the F. And if they get it correct, temp turns into true. So temp just basically says, has the user gotten the question correct? Well, after going through this for loop, if the user still hasn't gotten the question correct, then score minus equals, so we subtract something from the score. How much do we want to subtract?
100.
100? Okay, let's subtract 100. And we're
100
also,
and plus 100.
okay, let's just make sure that we have an if statement. So if not, so let's just say if temp is equal to false, so again, I'm just gonna comment. If no, if user gets incorrect, user gets question wrong, then score minus equals 100, and we print okay, you got this question wrong.
Is there a way to make like it optional? Like is there a way to do like a question where like you can get a massive amount of points, but if you get it wrong, you lose a massive amount of points?
Actually, we can do that. So instead of subtracting by 100, let's just subtract by whatever the value of that question was. So I dot score. So we finished doing this, adding code in the class.
You know what I did like at the end of my quiz? At the end, I provided like feedback. Like if they like I did an if statement, like if they got one, like the points 1, and then I would say like improve your knowledge. And then if they did 2, sorry for the background.
You're good.
And then if they did like for 2, and for 5, I did you're a hacker because you got everything correct. Like maybe you could do feedback, but I don't think it'll be like in the real Jeopardy game.
Okay. That is cool. Let's see if we can
Like,
add.
I was just saying that, but I don't think you should really include it in this.
Okay. So let's see if what we did just add works. So how many noses does a slug have? Suppose we get this.
Wait, what was that beep sound?
That was just me trying to type in Zoom, which isn't allowed. So my computer said you can't do that.
Wait, what do you mean you can't type in Zoom?
So imagine like in a Zoom screen and you start typing. If you don't have a text field to type in, that's what my computer tells me that I can't type in there. So it just makes weird
Hold
sound.
on. Is your computer a Mac?
Yeah.
No, wait, I don't see the
Okay.
Mac logo.
You want to see it?
Where is it? Oh, it's hiding.
See it?
Is that your own?
Yeah.
Is that a Pro?
Yeah.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Too much.
Do you have an M1 chip or just a normal Intel?
Ryan, what do you have?
A Mac.
Wait,
Is
why
it-
is everyone having a Mac these days?
Because Macs are the
Let's
best.
get back to the comment.
Well, I mean a Mac with an M1 chip is better. Other than that, all the Mac, I feel like the Macs are just
Wait,
worse
Lobby,
than my
do you
desktop
use
computer.
do you use your own computer?
So wait,
for
does your Mac have an
school?
M1 chip or like a normal Intel chip? Like how long ago
Mine has
did
a
you
normal
get this?
Intel chip. The M1 Max are like $2,500. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna drop $2,500 for a laptop.
Like, I have two separate laptops for school and in person. Do you use the same thing or?
Yeah, I just use the same thing. I don't have two computers. But yeah, okay.
I have a Chromebook.
Back to the code, and then after
I
after
have
the
a
second-
Chromebook too.
All right,
Every
let's run it.
school district, 54 people have Chromebook.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the code. Let's make sure that this works, and then we'll go back. So yeah, we did get pairs correct. Nice job. Let's get all of these incorrect. Actually, before we do run this, let's print out our score. Let's say print. What was our score? Score. There we go. Print score, just so we know what our score is.
I have a question. Cause
Um,
like for the console, it's like a black color background, right?
Yeah.
Can you make like it more colorful using modules like you did for hackathon or something like that?
So I'll just answer this really quick. So for console, that's basically like a terminal. I'll show you after we finish Replit. But actually, Avnish, remember that question? I'll show you after we finish Replit because I'll have to open.
Okay.
So, okay, so how many noses does a slug have? Let's say we think it's 5. We
Oh.
we get -1. Our point, our score is now -1. And then
Oh,
suppose
such a
I
good
get,
start.
suppose I get this next question correct. Now my score is 100 because we added 100.
Shouldn't it be 0?
No, because remember, our scores keep adding up.
Okay.
So suppose we get this correct too. Now our score is 301. Who played Rachel Green in Friends? I think this is Trump. Okay.
Why'd you put Donald Trump?
It's same thing. So let's say I get this question wrong again. I don't know.
Why'd you put Gandhi?
I don't know. It just came to my mind.
I don't think Gandhi was the last battle of Napoleon.
It just came to my mind. Okay. So how many total legs does a lobster have? Suppose we get this question correct. Now it adds up 501 points to this -401 points. So now we have 100. Are there any poisonous ladybugs? Let's say we do know that. No. Then our score is 701.
What if the person answering this was a huge Star Wars fan? And then they get
I
the
should probably
question
write
right.
that in.
How's that wrong? Darth Vader is.
I think I have to. I think I have to. I didn't put it in as lowercase. That's something I have to put it in.
Yeah, no problem.
You didn't put no in as capital, like proper.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that basically shows us that there are so many different, like ways that users can give you the correct answer, but we just gotta make sure we go through all of them when we do code. What is this, water? And there we go. Nice job. The score you got is this. 1,000.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes websites or quizzes actually have this function to download your score or a certificate with your score in a PDF. Later, people
Amelia,
can
do you have
search
your
it.
own company?
Maybe we should do that.
We should, but for that, I guess we'll need to use some Python modules and a bunch of like complicated code, which we may not know right now.
Wait,
So that's-
wait, Amelia, what's your company's name?
My
What do
company.
what?
You said like 2 weeks ago in a program that you have a company.
I never said that.
You said you were finishing a website.
All
Fine.
right, I updated the code. Now it should be good.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Chase
I'm
made some malicious malware.
All right.
Now, guys, there's a bunch of stuff which we can go on to extend
Just
on
ask me
Project
that.
2. What's up?
Who just asked me that?
Avanish.
Okay.
Amelia's
Oh,
big
Abdi, could you show the thing you said?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Right here.
Rand, do we want to finish this and then?
Yeah, we'll show you in a couple minutes. Yep.
Okay.
So, guys, that brings us till the end of this quiz, multi-question quiz game. We're finishing it up, and we got a whole other month of May left as well. So, a new project to come about next week. Drop some ideas in the Google Classroom. But as always, we finished the project, but that does not mean it's finished. You know, you guys can go back, add some extensions. I know a lot of people had some different ideas which they wanted to add. So go ahead, do that. If you'd like, we can share those out in the coming weeks as well. And it's all about having some fun. And hopefully you guys had some fun with this project. I will make a post in the Google Classroom, so drop some ideas for what you guys want to do in the future. But other than that, we got no video gaming hours this Friday. So we'll catch you guys next Monday on algorithmic programming.
I
Bye.
can redrop my paragraph for you.